EP21 of Motorsport Manager on my channel with ZRT Autosport. We're back with our new gearbox, which comes in handy because the last one just got banned. And it's actually better than that one as well, so that is handy. We'll get it straight onto that, and we'll get it straight onto that as well. Hopefully it's reliable enough for the next race. This one definitely will be, so we've got another new one that is banned, which will go on to Kumar's car just now, Wahlberger Kumar. That leaves us with the 4th best gearbox with potential to improve it quite a long way. I think that was that and that. Yes, it was. So we could build another one of those. We're not going to. Going to focus on the brakes next, maybe. So we could go for that one and that one. Yeah, that's probably a decent way to go. Although we could go for that one and take another risk level. But that's just to unlock that for next season, really. Because there's no point in going for that one. So we could take another risk level and then build that and that together later on, maybe, because it's still the same potential near enough, isn't it? Maybe not. I still think I'm going to go for this for now. Be done 14 days before the next race, that's fine. But that will allow us to get, well, if we're going to do that, we might as well do that way. And take that risk level. Means getting fined or whatever, I don't care. I can't maintain my personal 100% record of getting parts banned, can I? Phoenix Grand Prix. I'm going to vote for this. Now, the reason why I'm going to vote for this is the same reason I voted for it the last time. Basically, we're an American team. I do plan on going up this year, but it'd be nice to. I'm only going to put 1 point towards it, and I'm going to vote against that because that's a much longer race than what we currently have, I believe. I think we're currently around about 20 laps a race on average. Current rules, so 27 laps on average, so it's an increase of 4 laps on average, which I think where we're at in the videos just now is a cap. Points for the top 5 of lab staying because I don't care, so if we don't go up we'll have a very competitive car next year. Normal with flick tyres, I don't care, so I don't really care about any of them apart from the Grand Prix really. So I'm just going to take you up, I'm just going to sim through this. I would normally edit all this out, but I don't know, I feel like I'm able to sort of communicate better while I am going through it all. While the Doha Grand Prix is going on for the Asia Pacific. Our car is now back up to 3rd with that new gearbox, which should be improving slowly as well. Indeed it is. In fact, just for risk's sake, no, because that's much better reliability. In fact, I'm going to take the stuff that's above 90% reliability and put that engine spec part on reliability. So that'll be handy having that up at 100%, won't it? Why are these brakes improving? It should be these ones. If any, that improve. And I haven't got brakes on. Yeah, I do. There they are. So, our new brakes are about to be done. Got this a bit early. So that's our new brakes. They are risky, of course. We'll take those brakes off. That was a gearbox off reliability. And put the brakes on reliability. And we will design new brakes, which will be that one and that one. Won't be as good, but we know we're going to have brakes that aren't banned, basically. Can we do that as well? Yes, we can. So that'll increase the reliability a little bit. Yeah, I like that. so they won't be as good brakes as the Risk ones, but like that makes no difference either, and everything else is Risk. So we might as well just do this. These are cheaper, they'll get done, they'll have decent reliability because of the reduced red zone, and they'll be done before the next race. So we're going to vote for this Grand Prix. We're only using one of our votes. Abstain, abstain for, abstain for, against. Approved. So we're going to have 11 races on this calendar next year, guys, if we do not get promoted. We now have a home Grand Prix for the team. Milan is our race for today, and it will be rainy in both practice and qualifying. And we have a driver scout thing done. So, new haircut. Is new haircut really a big deal? It's actually a trait. Okay. Scanning, so yeah, if we can get above Ozu, that'd be handy. We'd still been behind them actually, we're just 5 points behind them though. That's our set of new brake developed, so let's get them into reliability. They can't even get as good as these band parts, so we'll take one of the engines off and put that on. And I guess we take that off and put that on. Why are we still developing a white gearbox? That's interesting. So brakes wise, we're still 5th. Sort of been let down by the fact that we can't get that and that, which will take us up to 403 for next season, so that's good. So that'll be done later in the year, though we're focusing on this year's car. So plus 25 to max, I guess, because we can't do anything else. And that costs 800,000. We're back out of the red next race, of course. Car wise, we now have the second best on the grid behind the Ozu, which is the team that's beaten us in the championship. 4th for brakes, 4th for gearbox, 5th for brakes, and 2nd for suspension, which we've just only started developing. Anything else we can really do here, apart from improving those brakes? Not really. Okay, so now it's time to make a decision on these brakes for Milan. We're going to go for 4 for above again. She's delighted, she's now 11%, she's minus 2%, okay. So, brake wise, reliability, I guess we're going to put those ones in Maya's car, and this one in Kumar's car. She's actually now happy with the car overall. She does have the best brakes, obviously, which wouldn't normally be, but she's still got better performance overall than Maya, so she's happy. That's not an issue, but it just means that I can have the risk of roll brake is only low on both cars now, so hopefully only one part gets bad if we get caught, is what I'm thinking really. Obviously it'd be nice to get another one of these gearboxes out for Maya, and another set of these brakes out for Maya as well. But we need to work on the suspension next. In fact, Maya's suspension reliability is still very poor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the race. I'm going to go and get my setup from last year, and I will be back with the race. Okay, so having simmed practice even, we finished 5th and bottom, which is not great. Milan obviously not the best driver in the world, and maybe highlights the difference between a 2-star and a 3-star driver. Although I'm not even sure she is 2-star. I'll probably just let her go at the end of the season. We didn't even get our tyre mix. I'm going to go for a risk taker over engine expert there. I'm not sure which way to go with that there. Speed balance, we know what we've got to do to solve that then. Although I don't really want to do that because that means that I'm doing that. So, I guess we do that and then that.
that might work. This was a 95% setup last year, so they will do 12 laps. It's a 21 lap race, so I guess we one stop, because we'll do 12. So fuel for 14 laps. Mark will go aggressive. Maya's not liking it. This is the exact setup I used last year. I had to change it slightly differently for Kumar. 14. No, you're not going to get 10. So I think we do 7. We go more aggressive with Maya and go 7, 7, 14. And then to the end. So Maya's our focus really. Because she's got to 2 stop, where there's Kumar can 1 stop. Jean Sadir starting on pole. We start 20th and 7th because obviously Maya retired in the first race and that pit stop cost her in the last one. So Kumar, it's a fairly easy track, well, fairly kind track for overtaking this one. So hopefully we can. Maya is our focus though, so let's switch to Maya. She's up into a battle for 4th already, and into 4th now comfortably, closing down on the Predator and Dragons ahead. Melo's not on my list, is he? Who does Melo drive for? Silva. Okay, so he is on the list. And Maya now fighting for the lead with Jean Sader, and we will put her on high. Well, high push rather. Instead, Kumar already up into 17th, so not overtaking as well as Maya, but still going through the field at an okay rate. She's ahead of one of the... No, she's not. I was thinking she was ahead of one of the Ozus, but that's a Predator car that looks like that. She's right behind one of the Ozus. And it actually looks like that Ozu of Strambay is holding her up rather than pulling away. So we have got in front of that Ozu now. So getting a lot of points on Ozu as of right this second. Maya already pulling out a decent gap up front. It would have been nicer to have had to been able to one stop her. Kind of really need to push with. I'm going to go neutral on Maya's tyres just to keep that together. But Kumar's much nicer on the brakes and much better at tyres, so she can do an extra couple of laps on these softs, although I'm not convinced that she's going to make it to lap 12, to be honest. I might just start going aggressive and switch to a 3 stop, a 2 stop even. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've had her on the wrong fuel for that whole time anyway, so guess we switch to Maya now. And you can attack for this last lap and pit. Need to come out on softs, and we're going to give you another 9 laps worth of fuel. We'll go for 6.8 point that, well, whatever that was. Another 19-second pit stop because our suspension is not very good, but she'll get the better reliability suspension next race, of course, when Kumar gets her new one. And Kumar should be able to. I'm just going to get her to go into overtake mode and attack and just sort of pit when she needs to pit, basically. Maya's been held up a lot in that pit stop, although other cars' tyre wear is similar so to what Maya's was, so hopefully she can gain through the pit stops. Obviously those medium runners maybe she can't, but hopefully she can. Kumar up into 4th, and that is going to destroy Maya's race. Dull. Should have checked that. To be fair, I couldn't have seen that far anyway. So we're just going to go and hope that all these cars above Maya have to pit as well for the wets, as Kumar takes the lead and is on an absolute blistering lap. Just going, we're going to let her set it and pit next lap, I think. So Maya goes in this lap onto the inters. No, she doesn't. Give her one more lap maybe. Yeah, we're going to pit you on the inters at the end of your lap. How long does it look like it's going to rain for? Oh, a while. We're going to give you 12 laps worth of fuel, so you can push. And we'll fix your brakes. Maya will pit at the end of this lap as well for inters, and again we'll do the exact same, give her 12 laps of fuel so that she can push. There is a decent gap between them, so they shouldn't hold each other up. I know your tyre temperature's high. Kumar's tyres are starting to go off and she's got low fuel, so sort of worked out perfectly for her. High, medium please. And Maya's coming in. High, medium please. So this has sort of destroyed Maya's race a little bit. Kumar comes out in second. Don't know how much that the damage to those tyres will cost her. She's only 3 seconds behind, so hopefully she can gain. She's got Jean Sador behind her, which is interesting, so hopefully she'll just pull away from the people behind. Although she's not really doing that right now. I assume we've got a much larger fuel load. In fact, it's going to burn down quite quickly, so aggressive on both. Get rid of this fuel load. We've got far too much fueling compared to others around us, that's why we're going a bit slower. But we're still gaining now that we're back onto overtake mode. Although I'm going to switch it back down to high in a minute, now that we've pulled away a little bit, just to make sure we can get there. Still got excess fuel, so plenty of fuel there. And strange noise from the engine. Ooh, that's a spec part as well that's not coping with this race. So hopefully other people are having similar issues. Otherwise this strategy isn't going to work. In fact, just because of that, I'm going to switch you down to medium, and I'll switch you down to medium as well, because your engine's actually fine. So why is your engine fine and Kumar's isn't? That's interesting. She's still gaining on the car in front, I think. Yeah, it looks like it could be inters till the end, actually. So there we go, put her in low and hope that engine holds out. And maybe push on the tyres. I think we've got quite a bit of tyre wear left. And see if we can take her to that sort of cut-off period and then bring her in, put her on dries and hope they all stay out on inters. So we're losing time now to the car in front, maintaining our gap to the car behind. Oh no, we're losing time to the car behind now. That is now Stramby that's behind, so that's why. Not sure it's going to be worthwhile pitting her now, but on low engine mode she seems to be doing okay. What's flashing for you? Your suspension. Okay, I'm putting you on low as well, Maya. Maya's got unlucky that I pitted her just before it started to rain. Yes, I know you've got spare fuel for Lurga, but Burga even. But unless you want your engine going pop, I'm doing a Sergio Valdez, I think it was Munich, a couple of years ago. I do not want that again. So I think we're doing okay. Because Maya's race is ruined anyway, I'm actually going to gamble here and go on the softs because it's 2 laps and might be able to get a fuel, 2 laps worth of fuel back. Fix that and that. 21 seconds. Okay, we're probably not going to get our pit stop back, but I think it's a gamble that's worthwhile taking. Well, there's obviously for Kumar it's not going to be worth it. But Maya's parts were looking really bad there as well, so kind of was a gamble worthwhile. But she's going to come out and last by probably a distance, 18 seconds, yeah. So she's got 1 lap to really turbo in the best lap of her life, or hopefully 2 laps, because hopefully the leader's behind her on track. Yeah, yes, so that's fine. So come on, just ping in the best lap of your life, get 2 extra points. It was a gamble worth taking. In fact, she's actually caught up to these guys because their tyres are so much better. Kumar's finished in 2nd. And Maya would have got the fastest lap of the race there, but she decided to drive into the rear wing of the guy behind. Twice. But we'd done well to nurse Kumar to the end, and it was a gamble to get Maya the fastest lap and maybe a couple of positions back. That didn't pay off, sadly. I think she only pitted for 1 lap, didn't she? No, 2. Risk of dual brake medium. My duck is broken. I no longer have parts found. Kumar got the fastest lap, so got more points than the winner. She gets 21 points for her 2nd place, and now has an 11-point gap at the top. And we have dropped down to 3rd in the constructors because of Maya's bad race, sadly. There's an extra couple of pit stops hurting her, plus the long pit stop. That'll get sorted before the end of the season though. And hopefully by then we'll have won this season's development race. But Kumar absolutely crushing the Drivers' Championship, so proving her worth to this team. And proving it was a good decision to bring her in over Valdez. New personality trait added. Podium. Okay. Expected result 4th, came 4th. And 2.7 million for that race as well, which is interesting. I'm actually just going to play up to the next race, guys, just because I want to get the car stuff done while I am in sort of thinking, and I'll just do the next race as one episode. We've got 5 weeks of that, and basically I can't get my I can't record the next episode right now, which I would sometimes do, but it's just more for car upgrades that I'm thinking, so I'm going to do that all this episode. This will be maybe a bit longer than normal. New suspension is built, improved parts, it's 40% reliability, which is actually only slightly worse than Maya's current one. 90% on that engine, that's fine. So we'll improve that car one's reliability, and we will build another suspension. That is now still the 2nd best suspension in the series, so I think it was that and that we were going to do. Yeah, so it kills the reliability for the suspension, but that's fine. And then the next one we'll do is those 3. And then in future we'll have that one, and this one, I think, for our end of season 1. I think this will actually be our last main upgrade for this season, to be fair. Our 2nd last. This will be completed 9 days before the next race, so we can just skip on and get the next one done. So yeah, I'm just want to get this done while I've got all these various upgrades in my head, and I'll have to come off the game afterwards, and I don't really like starting an episode without finishing recording it in one go. So we're just skipping ahead for this next suspension design to be done. 2 more scout reports, which is Rick de Graaf, which is Max Verstappen, so we're obviously not going to get him anytime soon, and Simeon Santori, who drives for Vexler as a reserve driver, which is interesting. He looked like a fairly decent driver for a reserve. So we'll continue on again. And is that our suspension done? Yes, it is. So again, we will take off that, because that's up to 80%, and put this one on. And this is now the best in series, guys. That's great news. We'll improve it even further. What's getting improved that's not needed, really? suppose that is sort of needed in case that gets banned, but I'm still going to use that. We're going to improve this. No, we're not going to improve this one. Design new parts, another new suspension, which will be this one, and this one. It will be done 7 days after the race. So we now have the best suspension in the series. It's purple, which means it is, even though that bar tells us differently. We have the second best brakes in the series and the fourth best gearbox, which we can't improve this year further. So I imagine the reason why that's still saying we're second is because this one's nowhere near as good. So I don't know. We've also got another better one coming. Well, even better one coming. We need that all the way on reliability. I don't know how long that's been on performance, but that might mean that we can't use these suspensions for the next race. So I'm going to leave this episode here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and I will hopefully catch you all next time.